Hi everyone, my name is Mary. Welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I sold for my very first few sales on eBay, Depop, and Mercari. So in my previous video, if you have not seen that, I will link it down below in the description box or right up here. And that video was strictly a pack with me video. I put all of my very first few sales into that one video. And it was just strictly packing videos if you're into that. No talking, like ASMR. I'm very new at this, so some of it really sucked. Like, not going to lie, I'm not the greatest packer for order packing, but I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. So anyways, in today's video, it's going to be what the items were that sold, what each item was. I'm going to tell you guys the title I used for it, the keywords I used for it to help each item sell, and then I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what it sold for and my profit after all the fees, shipping and handling fees, and the cost of goods. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I took screenshots of the items I sold. We will go ahead and go through the items I sold on eBay first. So the first thing I sold, I'm always surprised when I start something new and you think you know what's going to sell first, but then like the total opposite is going to sell. Like something that you think will not sell actually sells first. So this is the case right here. This is a Ladies Dreams purple spaghetti strap shirt, size extra large. Some keywords I used in the title is hearts, graphic, 90s, Y2K, summer. Yeah, just a plain summer shirt. Very I would say very like kind of like 90s. It kind of reminds me of like the 90s, early 2000s. But yeah, so that sold. Let's see, I sold this for $15 after all of the eBay fees, shipping and handling costs, and after the cost of goods I profit $9.11. Now this is the next thing I sold. This is also on eBay. This is, let me see if I can make this bigger here. This is a Zumba wear workout shirt, woman sized medium, black, back cutout, athletic wear gym is how I titled this. Yeah, Zumba wear, I've really never heard of the brand, so I looked at it, and at the time, like, when I did sell this, it had pretty good comps, I guess. But I sold this for, well, I think my asking price was $29.99. I took an offer for $22. After all of the eBay costs, shipping and handling, and my cost of goods, I profit $11.90. Alright, next item we have here. This is a Tech Gear Dry Tech women's small, open front, hooded cardigan, super soft fall yoga. That is how I titled this. And when I say super soft, y'all, this was really, really soft. Yeah, if it was not a small, it was like a bigger size and fit me, I would have kept it myself because it was just so comfy. But anyways, I sold this on eBay. So I sold this for $12 after shipping and handling costs, cost of goods, fees, all that. I profit $7.79. Okay, this is also an item from eBay. Athleta is a good name brand, so I was very happy I found these right here. I made a good profit off of these. I wish I could find some more Athleta. And I always wanted to find like Lululemon. I have not found Lululemon yet in like Goodwill or any kind of thrift stores. But those I heard sell pretty good too. Alright, so these are, I titled this Athleta Leggings Large Ultra High Rise Elation Capri Navy Blue Yoga Gym Workout. Like, I'm trying to fit as many keywords that's, that people search for in the title as possible. I like the buyer notes, thanks. Yeah, so this one sold for $29 after eBay fees, shipping and handling costs, and my cost of goods. I profit $22.79. Very happy about that one. And as these, these are my first eBay sales, so I'm learning. Like, I'm not really good, when I started this, I was not really good at looking at the items sold on eBay, like looking at the comps. I'm trying to get better at that. I'm still still trying to get better at that. I'm learning, you know, this is a new hobby for me. And yeah, so I'm learning. So some things is good items, some I will not buy again, okay? All right, next item, we have this Columbia men's shirt. I titled this Columbia Flawed. I want them to know it was flawed. 2XL PFG fishing shirt, long sleeve, blue, vintage, casual, outdoor. And like I said, I'm trying to fit as many keywords as possible into the title because that will be a major role in helping these items sell fast, is by putting all these good keywords in there. I did put flawed because when I was in the store thrifting this, I thought I looked over it pretty good, but there was major flaws with this. I think there was like a major stain on this somewhere. It's not really noticeable at first glance. You really have to have good lighting and look at it really close and know it's there to look for it. So I sold this super cheap. You know, I do, for now on, I do, like when I have my stuff in the basket at the thrift store, I will go where there's good lighting in the store. Like I'll try to find the brightest light and go underneath it and examine all of my items before I check out. And by doing that, you know, it really helps me out big time, because there's some things I glance over and I just don't notice at first, you know, under dull lighting throughout the rest of the store. But I might have to go by a window or a good light source if they have it in the store to really look at these items before I buy them, because I don't want to do this again. And I've done it a couple times before I learned, you know, my lesson and before I started doing this. Okay, so this Columbia men's shirt, like I said, it was flawed, so I wanted to sell this as quick as possible for as cheap as possible to get it out of my inventory. I sold this for $5. Yeah, $5. And after all the fees, shipping and handling, and cost of goods, I do charge for shipping and handling, by the way. Sometimes it's the perfect amount, but sometimes I might make a little bit of profit off of shipping and handling. This item was not the case. So my actual profit after all the fees and cost of goods, $1.20. I was just happy to see this leave my inventory because I was hoping not to sit on this long because it was flawed. I was thinking, you know what, I'm going to have to pull this from my inventory and just bring this back to Goodwill and donate it. But yeah, I'm just glad it sold to someone who wanted it. Okay, so this next item I purchased just from it being a style-based piece. Yeah, I know. It is Shein, but like I said, I bought it just from the style, okay? So I could use these keywords because I know these keywords are popular within this, you know, search range of people. So I titled it Shein Unisex Medium Shirt, Black, Ripped, Distressed, Witchy, Goth, Emo, Punk, and Grunge. Like, I wanted to use as many of those types of keywords as possible because there's a whole, like, group of audience in eBay and all these selling platforms that, you know, that's their style. So like I said, I bought this because it's a style-based piece for those people that's looking for this. So I sold this for $9.99 after all the fees. My profit was $5.68. You know, like I said, I bought this just because it's style-based and it's a quick sale. So even though I did not make much money from it, it was a quick sale. Somebody wanted it, and maybe they left me a good review. I don't know if this is one of the ones that left me a good review. Like, I sold a ton of items by now when I'm making this video, but not everybody leaves a review. But the reviews I do have so far is all positive. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, because I want good feedback. So, all right. Anyways, my next item we have here is these bike brand shorts. When I was looking at the comps of this in the thrift store I bought these at, it was good comps. This is my first item ever sold on Depop, so it was a quick flip. But these are the bike shorts, vintage shorts, men's cycle shorts, like compression type of shorts. I listed these for $39.99. I took an offer of $24, and I'm happy with $24 because I think what, like I think my cost of goods was maybe $1. So yeah, they're in excellent shape. So I sold them for $24 after all the fees, whatever kind of Depop fees was happening at this time. I don't remember. And after my cost of goods, I paid $20.83. The next item we have here, these are Harley boots that my dad gave to me. These were his back in his bike riding days, I guess. Both my parents were bikers. So he barely ever worn these. Like, he bought them. They were uncomfortable for him. So I think maybe he worn them once or twice and that was it. And he finally decided to give them up. And he gave them to me to sell because he knows I'm selling on these platforms. So Harley Davidson is an excellent brand to look for when you're thrifting. The sell-through rate's pretty good and the comps for it is excellent. These I sold on Depop. I listed these as vintage Harley Davidson boots because they were vintage. They were just making 10 years old. USA men's size 10. I used black leather motorcycle boots. Some of these keywords right here, I used black. Biker, goth, emo, because those types of people might be looking for these types of boots too. Vintage, pre-loved. All right, I sold these for, I listed these for $80. I sold them for $70, which I'm happy for because my cost of goods was zero, okay? My dad gave this to me to sell and let me keep the profit, so that was very nice of him. Yeah, look, you can see right here, a lot of people, I'm telling you, a lot of people were eyeing these and sending me offers. Look, 56 hearts. And this was just over a short period of time. I got a lot of offers, but a lot of on the lower side. I'm like, I know with this brand and like with them being pretty much brand new, like never worn, I can get more. So finally, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take this offer of $70. So I took the offer of $70 after the Depop selling fees or whatever it was called, like the boost fees, I think it's called on Depop. I currently can't think right now, excuse me. But after all that, my total profit that hit my bank account was $66.64. Okay, next item. These I found super cheap, so I picked them up. I picked these up for $1. These are just some fairy wings that light up. Very cute. I actually had two of these. One sold quickly, which is in this video I'm putting. The other one sold at a later date. I'll have another video of what sold. But yeah, these sold for $7. Fairy wings, they lit up. They were super cute. So I sold them for $7 after like the boost fees on Depop, all that type of stuff. And my $1 cost of goods, I profit $4.37. Okay, Steve Madden is also a good brand. Well, I thought at the time, I thought I was going to actually be able to get the whole $45 for these. I don't know what I was thinking, but I took an offer of $20. No returns I put on this. It was one of my first listings. Steve Madden Women's Aces Ankle. These were very stylish and cute. If they were my size, I probably would have kept them and used them for a little bit. But yeah, when I look at this, some of the keywords in the description box, I know I definitely used witchy, boho, those types of keywords, maybe even goth and emo, biker chick. Yeah, like I think these fit all of those descriptions. Definitely witchy. They give me a witchy vibe. That's the first thing I thought when I seen these. I'm like, I'm going to get these. They're Steve Madden. And there's a lot of good keywords I can use for these to help it sell. So I sold these for $20. My profit was $11.92. Now the last item I sold, this one is actually on Mercari. Okay. So we did 2, 4, 6 items sold on eBay, 4 items sold on Depop, and 1 item sold on Mercari for this first video. Alright, so these were actually mine. I absolutely, positively love these shoes. Y'all, if anyone knows me, which I doubt it, I don't know if any of you know me, but my favorite color is pink. Pink, white, and like this neutral tan color. I love me some pink, okay? So my daughter got me these. She's like, Mom, what do you want for, I think this was like around my birthday one year or Christmas. I don't remember. But she made her grandpa buy it. You know, my daughter is really young. So she made my dad, her grandpa, buy it for my birthday from her. The only thing is I got the wrong size and they really, really hurt my feet. Like they were too narrow. I think I needed like a wider size. But these shoes hurt my feet so bad. I gave them try after try. I'm like, I cannot do it. While they're still in really good shape and barely looked used even on the bottom of them, let me sell them. So my cost of goods for these was $0 because it was a gift, okay? I sold these for $49.99. I did list these for $75, as you can see here. But I sold them for $49.99. I took an offer for. But I listed these as Nike Air Max XC Light Soft Pink Shimmer Sneaker. The item number for that, 600, women's size 9.5. And these were like a light soft pink shimmer. Very pretty. I might even one day buy these again, but get them in a wider size. Yeah, because they hurt my feet so bad. So I sold these for $49.99. My profit that hit my bank account was $47.99. Yeah, so I am really happy with these sales I made so far as my first few sales as a new reseller. Like, you know, some things will be name brand. Some things will have good comps. Some things I'm just going to sell and buy just because it's a style-based piece that I know I can use really good keywords for. Alright, so there you have it. That was all of my very first few sales I had from eBay, Depop, and Mercari. I can't wait to make another one of these videos with my next few sales I'm going to have. Yeah, so be on the lookout for that. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Turn on that bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a new video. I will be having plenty of videos like this, plenty of the Pack With Me videos, any and all small business reselling vlogs, what sold videos, the Pack With Me videos, small business hauls, thrift with me videos. Yeah, so this is like a new thing for me, and I'm just going to learn through this new journey, and I'm going to go ahead and take you guys along with me. But yeah, so I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.